Today on Royally Us, Prince Harry claims King Charles won't speak to him. So we find out why the king won't reach out and how Prince William really feels. And how Harry's words confirm that he cannot be trusted by the royals. And Meghan celebrates Archie's 6th birthday as the kids step out for VE Day celebrations. We've got that plus so much more in today's Royally Us. Hey everyone, and welcome to Royally Us. I'm Christina alongside Justin Ravitz, our executive editor. And wow, Justin, do we have a lot to talk about this week?
So much to talk about.
Oh
As I feel like we say that every week, but really we truly have a mother load.
I know, we were saying like the drama kind of subsided for a little bit, but it is back in full force.
It's back.
So Prince Harry stepped out. He honored his late mom, Princess Diana. So Harry's appearance honoring his mom came just days after he sat down with the BBC for this really explosive interview, and he kind of just laid it all out there. So after losing an appeal to reinstate his government-funded security in the UK, Harry said that Charles just won't speak to him amid all this legal drama. He said, "I would love a reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. Life is precious. I don't know how much longer my father has." Oof.
Yes.
Ooh. All right, Harry also said that the outcome of the legal battle was really quite sad because he doesn't feel he can bring his family, Meghan and their 2 kids, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, back to the UK without any protection. He declared, "I can't see a world in which I would bring my wife and children back to the UK at this point. I love my country. I always have done, despite what some people in that country have done." So yeah, there was some fighting words, and I think this really took a lot of people by surprise.
Yeah, there's a lot in there. Just the disclosure or the claim that his father won't speak to him. It's not just that they're not speaking, but that King Charles is actively not speaking to him. That's the claim. And then also just the very bold statement, "I don't know how much longer my father has," which is very intense.
Yes.
We know that King Charles has been battling with cancer, and he's getting on in the years besides if he wasn't ill. So that was just really shocking. You could read it as very vulnerable, very honest. Other experts are calling it manipulative, kind of twisting the facts. I am sure that the truth lies somewhere in between those things. But yeah, it's getting extremely intense.
It's getting extremely intense. And we're gonna break down a little bit more about what the sources have told us in a little bit. But it seems like the royal family is just keep calm, carry on. We're just gonna kind of go about our business, and that's exactly what they've been doing this week. Charles released a statement all about unity. Like in the days following Harry's interview, he said that the family members were much looking forward to all the week's VE Day events, and they have been all stepping out. They said they will unite with the rest of the nation and those across the Commonwealth and wider world in celebrating, commemorating, and giving thanks to the wartime generation whose selfless devotion, duty, and service should stand as an enduring example to us all and must never be forgotten. So I'm sure a lot of people were kind of reading into that.
And another part of that quote was, "We mustn't let anything detract or distract."
Look at that.
From this celebration, which again, I don't know. I'm interpreting as a dig, as clear as Charles is possibly going to be about this conflict, because it's not in the brand or the vibe of the royal family to be as plain spoken and direct.
Sure, but they always have these little subtle messages, right?
Yeah.
A way to get it in there. But as we saw, King Charles, Queen Camilla, Prince William, Princess Kate, their children, Prince Louis, Prince George, and Princess Charlotte all arrived at VE Day anniversary events in London throughout the week. They really have been doing this, and this was, like we said, just days after Prince Harry kind of went all out on them. So what did you think of these VE Day celebrations? We got some great fashion moments out of this as well.
Yeah. Today, this morning, Kate was wearing like a Philip Treakley hat. I'm forgetting the designer, but she looks stunning. She looked very like Diana vibes almost. So I love just seeing her in her fashion element. So, it is a great distraction. It's a great, bread and circus, seeing the royal family out there. We love seeing the kids. Actually, I was thinking about this when we were seeing Louis and George and Charlotte. I was thinking in the back of my head, I really hope they figure this out by the time they are grown up, and that their sibling relationships with George being the king and then the 2 others being the spare, I hope that that history does not repeat itself, and that they have sort of a better way of sort of dealing with family trauma, family drama, communicating overseas, all that stuff. So I'm really crossing my fingers for these kids.
Yeah, no, because those are, those are the ones that are going to suffer in the future. They don't get to know their cousins and their aunts and their uncles, and it's a really unfortunate event all around.
Yeah.
But yeah, like based on this, it doesn't seem like anybody is going to be reconciling anytime soon.
Yeah, and I can't believe also it's been 2 years since the coronation.
Right,
Because we saw the new official coronation
Very
portraits
exciting.
of Charles and Camilla, so time really flies.
Time really does fly. Okay, well, let's spill the royalty. And as we said, there's a lot of tea to spill. So Prince Harry's recent comments about King Charles likely didn't land in the palace. And this is what royal experts have been saying to us. So royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams told us exclusively, I think it will confirm the king's view that he is not to be trusted. The previous attempts by the Sussexes to monetize their royal connections led to the deep rift that exists. His comments on the monarch's health are unlikely to have gone down well either. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about that before. I can't imagine that would have landed well. And it doesn't look like King Charles will be reaching out to Prince Harry anytime soon. This is what Christopher Anderson told us. He said, it really does look like Charles is taking the keep calm and carry on to a whole other level, doesn't it? The king is only hewing to a long-standing royal practice of not dignifying something by commenting on it. The palace does not want to give oxygen to Harry's remarks. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, I highly doubt they're ever going to say anything.
Yeah.
And we also had a source talking to us about this, a royal insider telling us that they don't trust Harry, and their fear is that if Charles were to privately do some outreach, text him, email, however they do it, and then they would somehow twist it and bring it out to the press. That's what the source says that Charles and his team fears. And also, like you said, it's just not in their constitution as British royals to really overshare, to be vulnerable, to talk, to sort of air dirty family laundry out in the public. So. Yeah, we're truly at an impasse. I really hope to get an update soon about some resolution, which is healthy for all. And
Yeah, I wonder what Harry's goal was in sitting down with the BBC to kind of talk about this. Was it? What do you think?
I mean, I think truly this case is very emotional for him. He really feels how he feels, which is he does not feel safe with his wife and his family in London without protection. And the fact that the British government can't or won't fund security detail for them to feel safe and protected is, first of all, it's just emotional for him in general, and also his view is that his father could have sway in controlling it, and that is sort of where he's coming from. So I really think that BBC interview was, I don't know how off the cuff it was. It felt off the cuff, at least. And it does remind me, I'm not the first person to say this, but it does remind me again of his mother, of Princess Diana, because Princess Diana, as she was divorcing Prince Charles, and then after she had divorced Prince Charles, she told everybody everything.
Sure, yeah.
She told everybody about sort of, there are 3 people in this marriage, talked about the Camilla affair, just how she felt, her emotional state, and then we know basically that she co-signed sort of a tell-all book that was not authored by her. So he's sort of borrowing from her playbook, this is what a lot of people are saying, at least.
I mean, you definitely get that similar vibe to it as well. I mean, I agree with you, and maybe it was at one last, can't believe you did this to me, Dad. But then you go back to Spare and all these other things that have kind of, you know, culminated to this moment. I don't know. I mean, it's you're so torn.
And it's so complex also because on the other hand, we have Meghan stepping out and really kind of leaning into all the ventures that she's so excited about.
Right.
So she has a podcast, she has a Netflix show, she has, as ever, she has all these amazing things going on, and she's really stepping out into the public. And on the other end, her husband is dealing with what appears to be an extremely painful situation.
Yeah, definitely. And it doesn't look like Prince William is going to be taking his brother's side anytime soon.
No.
Yeah, because an insider told us that William thought that this was definitely an intentional move. A royal source told us that William doesn't talk about Harry anymore. Everyone knows it's a subject that they shouldn't bring up, so he hasn't brought up the interview and won't. It seems like William is kind of done. Yeah.
And, you know, there's lots of speculation about moves that William could make whenever he does become king.
Right.
Well, we talked about the title thing, but the rift could become worse when he becomes king. Again, I truly, honestly, am hopeful that we'll reach some sort of magical fairy tale ending between the siblings, but
Yeah,
We'll see. We'll see.
I know. I really don't know what the future holds because I don't think anybody's expecting this interview for Harry to come out, but it's just kind of reignited this, and I feel like we're going to be talking about this nonstop because it died down for a little while, but now it's like full force, full steam ahead.
Yeah.
But let's end it off with some fun news because in our pint-sized palettes, because Meghan Markle revealed a photo of Prince Archie on his 6th birthday. I can't believe he is 6 years old.
Let's just focus on the kids. They're just cute and happy and simple.
Oh my God.
So pure.
She posted this beautiful photo and captioned it, our son, happy 6th birthday to Archie. Thank you for all of the love, prayers, and warm wishes for our sweet boy. He's 6. She continues saying, where did the time go? And for all of you who came to celebrate with us at his party last weekend, thank you for making his birthday so incredibly special. Maybe that's a little dig too. We're not invited to the party. She shared this photo of Archie standing on a balcony looking out over a beautiful body of water as the sun rose while he was wearing, some pajamas. So cute.
But still, we still want to see his face.
I still want to see his face.
I know they want to protect him. That's also that comes back to this basic thing about security and privacy. So they're straddling the line because obviously they're proud of their kids. They want everyone to sort of know how happy they are, but they also have to protect them. Right. But one day we want to see their faces.
We want to see their faces. I don't know. Well, Lily's birthday is just a couple weeks away too, so maybe fingers crossed.
Were you ever fooled by those AI photos of them?
Yeah, a little bit.
I freaked out. I was like, oh my God. I was like, wait, no,
that's not it. But yeah, so it seems like they're focusing on their family, on their kids. I know after the court case, after the sentence came down or the results, she posted another photo of Harry with the kids. So that seemed to be maybe her response, being like, "This is what the focus is. This is what the priority
this is what matters.
Yeah, and this is what matters."
Yeah.
Oof, Justin, there's just so much.
What will next bring?
Yes. All right. Well, let us know in the comments what you think. Whose side are you on? So keep commenting, keep subscribing, and Justin and I will see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.